Welcome to the Blue Cast, where I, your host, True Blue, aka Alex, talk with my cast of friends about whatever we want. Today, we have Little T, aka Terrence.
Hello there.
Double Dog, aka Chase.
Hi.
Hierophant Star, aka Zoe.
Hi.
And that's it for now. We might have other people joining later on, but for now, that's all we got. Before we get on to the actual discussion on Animal Crossing, which, funny enough, it's the 10th anniversary of the first game, and it's been over a year of New Horizons.
20th.
20th? Okay. That wasn't planned. Animal Crossing was randomly picked. It just so happened to coincide with the anniversaries. But hey, works out. But in the time in between this and last podcast, we got JoJo Part 6 announced, which,
Yeah.
Big Paw.
New Pokemon Snap is coming out soon. Real soon. It's next week already.
Come out?
Yeah, it's coming out real soon. It's next week.
I thought it already came out.
There's the Pokemon Snap, aka Nintendo Switch printer thing that was announced. Weird as hell. Print out those photos.
Print Smash players taking L's.
It's you connect it to your Switch somehow, and you can print out photos you take of Animal Crossing, Mario, Pokemon Snap. It's weird.
That's weird. I haven't even heard of it.
Yeah, I don't know, some other stuff happened. Oh, shout out to my boy Galaxy aka Leandro. He was gonna come. He can't make it because he's living his best life right now on vacation. So hats off to you. Hope you're having a good time.
Lucky him.
Lucky
bastard. Okay. One more thing. There's been a lot of tragic deaths and whatnot. The whole pandemic it's been getting better with vaccines and everyone's getting it, but it's still been a hard time, and there's been some tragic deaths. Some very famous people. So just a quick moment of silence to all those who've passed. Okay. I used the counter on OBS this time, so I didn't just randomly stop way too soon. I used the counter on OBS, so we should be good.
Alright.
Should be enough time. Okay, that's everything relatively important. This from now on it's not important, but I just want to say this is the first podcast coming out after I finished my first ever Let's Play of of Mario 64 on Nintendo Switch, and the new Super Mario All-Stars Clash for the Nintendo, whatever. I finished my first Let's Play, and I find that important, so I'm going to mention it here. Check it out. There's an iCard. Check it out. Okay. Animal Crossing. Who here's played Animal Crossing?
Me.
What games have you each played?
My first one was City Folk on the Wii, and then I got New Leaf, and now I have New Horizons. I've also played Pocket Camp.
Okay. You're the most experienced one here, I guess.
Oh, and Happy Home Designer. Can't forget that one.
You definitely play the most Animal Crossing out of everyone here, then.
Yeah.
Chase, what have you played?
First one was City Folk, then I got New Leaf, then it was Amiibo Festival, then Pocket Camp, and then
sigh when you said Amiibo Festival.
I don't like Amiibo Festival. And then I downloaded Wild World from the Virtual Console on the Wii U.
The disappointment that came out of your voice, you're like, Amiibo Festival.
So bad. I'm sorry.
Terrence, what have you played?
So I played 5 minutes of New Leaf, dropped the game, never touched it again.
Damn.
I played Happy Home Designer. I played, sadly, Amiibo Festival. And and then I've actually gotten Animal Crossing with New Horizons.
I myself have played a lot of New Leaf, not a lot of New Horizons, and a fair bit of Pocket Camp. I have not touched anything past that. I haven't played Amiibo Festival. So
Oh, okay, good.
I was planning on getting it, and then I heard all the reviews and I saw videos and was like,
Yeah,
Not missing out.
I was
Ooh.
thinking about getting it,
Ooh.
like, years ago, but I was like,
Stay far away.
Also, just gonna put this out here. One day, Terrence, we're all gonna sit you down. We're gonna have an intervention podcast where we talk about you starting to purchase games and actually play them.
Okay. I see.
We're still upset about Persona 5 Strikers. We have not
That will
forgotten.
stay a shelf warmer. Thank you very much.
For all those who don't know, obviously a lot of people and that you've seen in the podcast, we all talk a lot. And most people like Persona, and they're very passionate about it. So Terrence decided, let me get Persona 5 Strikers. My man has played it so little, it doesn't register that he even owns the game on the Switch. That's how bad it is.
Damn.
We'll get to playing it eventually.
Doesn't it register as soon as you open the game though?
So no, it doesn't say like how long he's even played. Like he's played so little to the point that it doesn't even say when you check on his status that he's played it.
Let me just say I haven't played past the tutorial.
It is now a shelf warmer.
You're wasting your money.
Now a shelf warmer. That's upsetting. I don't even give a shit about Persona, and I find that upsetting.
All right. So, Animal Crossing.
So,
Tom Nook, am I right?
Oh my
I guess.
why would people want to buy a plushie of him? Why would people go to Build-A-Bear, build Tom Nook?
I don't know. Tom Nook is pretty cool, but like
They're
that
building
build
their
that Build-A-Bear
income taxes.
is botched. That Build-A-Bear is botched.
Why would you want to
Yeah.
build something that you know you're going to end up wanting to murder, you know?
It's a target board.
It's straight up, it's like they should use that for like military training with guns. You should put a Tom Nook plushie.
Oh my god.
Should.
Don't you?
Probably
Okay,
would
I've
be more
never made a Build-A-Bear, but when you make one, don't you have
Damn,
to
really?
like? I've never made one. Maybe one day.
I've
Maybe one day I'll
option.
go. I'll make one of those piplups. Put a hoodie on him.
No, I don't think they make them anymore.
Damn. They still do like Pikachu and Dragonite though. I know that much.
I walked past the
I
Build-A-Bear
don't
the
think
other
they have
day.
Dragonite anymore.
Maybe one day when this pandemic ends, we can all go and make a Build-A-Bear together.
Yay.
But
Tom Nook, I would like to fill him up.
when you make
I
it,
would-
don't you get a little like plastic thing and you go to talk into it and like you put it in the
Yeah.
thing? Yes.
Or
You
last
don't
time I made
have
it.
to get one. You don't have to get one.
Oh,
really?
I was gonna say I want to do that. Make a Tom Nook. Be like, please don't harm me, and then put it inside, and it just says that, and then I beat it. I feel like that'd be great design,
Nice.
Give me your money now.
dude. That's my money's worth right there. How much does it even cost to make a Build-A-Bear? Isn't it like expensive?
Yeah,
It
kinda.
varies. A lot of them are usually like 20, 25, but then like the special ones are usually like 50 something.
Ooh, that's a big price difference. That is a very
Yeah.
big price difference.
Tom Nook is definitely gonna steal all the money.
Usually like the online exclusives are like 50 something.
There's online
they have-
exclusives. What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, like Tom Nook and Isabel were.
I thought you could just went into the store and you're like, I want a Tom Nook, and they give you a Tom
No.
Nook.
Not yet.
On Twitter, the Build-A-Bear, people said there's a Yoshi online exclusive Build-A-Bear.
Shut up.
Yeah, no, they restocked
I
it.
think
It's
there was. I
online.
think there was.
So that's gonna be the end of this month's podcast.
They've had a few Mario ones. I know that.
I know
Bowser,
they've
Mario.
done a few Mario, but I didn't know they did Yoshi.
Yeah, they did Yoshi. They restocked it
Yeah.
online.
Guys.
Interesting. What?
Okay, I think let's just start with the funny topics. Can we just shout Amiibo Festival?
I've never
That
played it.
That game.
I've had the glory of never playing it.
You're blessed, honestly.
Blessed
Yes,
by
you are very
God.
blessed. You aren't missing out on anything.
Yeah, I haven't played it yet. I only wanted it because I wanted the Amiibo. Like the
Yeah,
pack in
honestly,
Amiibo.
yeah.
Not worth it. It's not worth it.
Yeah, I remember where there was a time where you could buy the Animal Crossing, like the Amiibo Festival Amiibo, like the separate ones like Mabel, Abel.
I have Mabel and Tom Nook.
whatever their names are. Like all those characters, those random characters you could purchase. There was a time where you could buy them from like $2-3. They were so cheap.
Yeah.
Oh, it was amazing.
$15 up in center.
Dude, even the cards, even the amiibo cards that they restocked when New Horizons got really popular,
Yeah.
like those cost more money than the old
I
amiibo
have
festival
yet to
cards.
find any of those
Yeah.
cards.
Oh,
I
the
like
Sanrio event.
Dude,
Well,
I
that too,
oh
but I'm
my
talking
god,
about.
that angered me so bad, so bad.
Yeah, all the
I
scalpers
was-
got to it.
I know. I was like texting my mom furiously, like, "Have you gotten them yet? Have you gotten them yet?" And she's like, "They sold out before I could even get on." I'm like,
Damn.
Have you got them yet? They're sold out.
she got on like directly at 9 a.m. too. I was so mad.
It's almost as bad as the PS5.
Listen, I gotta
yeah.
hand it to them. No matter what, like Animal Crossing, when it comes to their events, they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Their Mario event, all those items were pretty lit. The Sanrio items are really
like
cool.
the work, yeah, I really like the Sanrio. I really want the villagers.
New Leaf had, whew, the events for New Leaf. All those Nintendo exclusive stuff. Oh,
Oh yeah, I love the fortune cookies. I like my entire like living room in my New Leaf house was completely decked out with all the Nintendo items.
you could get Link's clothes, Samus, Mario. You could get like R-Wing, Pikmin stuff. Oh, it was amazing. All the items you could get.
Eventually.
And then they came out with the amiibo villagers, and they had the Zelda and the Splatoon ones. Those
Yeah,
were
you
my
could get those villagers. You could get like Wolf Link, the bird
I
from
had
Wind
Wolf
Waker.
Link, my favorite.
I don't remember
I
names.
also had Inkwell.
Medley?
He was the,
Yeah,
one.
which you said, Chase. I don't remember.
She's
their
offended
name.
face.
They also had Callie and Marie as like squirrels.
Why are
Them
these
are-
squirrels?
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Can't you get squids? Isn't that like a thing?
No.
No, Inkwell was the squid you got. He was he was like the one you got from like the normal Inkling amiibos, and then Callie and Marie gave you the squirrels, and they like
They're not even like octopuses.
Bro,
Yeah.
what? Why? They literally have animals. Like,
I don't know.
oh. I take back what I said about good events.
No, they were cute though, and they came with like pretty good items.
My favorite item is when you put the Smash 4 villager amiibo, you get this giant golden statue that looks like the amiibo.
Oh yeah.
It's my favorite exclusive, like
Oh,
one
yeah,
of
it's
the exclusive
true.
items.
Have you seen like the poster you get in New Horizons for it? It looks funny as hell.
You can get a poster for it?
Yeah, it's like really low poly. It's so funny.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I never
So
tried
yes-
using it on New Horizons.
Yeah, no, you can use it.
I
It
didn't
just
know
gives you
that.
a poster, but it's funny as hell.
I know you can use like the Tom Nook and like Isabel. You can use all those guys and you can get like their posters.
Yeah.
You can actually get their photos now through the Switch Online app.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I
That
got
new
Tom Nook
feature.
It's
I
bar.
keep forgetting to use that feature. I used it like 2 or 3 times.
I literally downloaded the Nintendo Switch Online app just to get those like 7 exclusive items.
Damn.
I
I've
didn't
had
even
it
own
for
the app
years
before.
now.
Like
I've had it for years now because of the Splatoon feature.
Hmm.
yeah, isn't it like voice chat?
No,
Yeah.
I don't use the voice chat.
No
You can
one
order
uses
What are the
this from
Splatoon
Online.
features?
Yeah, you can like check your stats and stuff. And,
Oh,
like,
you can
the
check
spl- the-
stages. Ooh.
Yeah, you can check like stages, your stats, the like previous Splatfest. You can like order gear from there.
Holy
if
shit,
it's,
that's why is my win-loss ratio that bad? Holy shit. It's like equal. That's not good. I need more I need more wins.
It only ranks like the last 50.
I know the Smash for Nintendo Switch Online, the Smash Bros app, like you can make spirit teams.
I don't really use it.
You can like
don't
browse
really
your
use that
spirits
stuff.
that you own, so that's a really cool feature. I remember when they hyped up Nintendo Switch Online.
Yeah.
Yo,
those
you
were
remember?
huge.
Let's talk about. Can we talk about those 3 trailers? The re-release trailers with Pac-Man
the
99 and
re-upload?
shit.
Oh yeah, I'm still mad about that.
Listen, I
know.
love
Wait,
Pac-Man
what happened?
99. Love Pac-Man 99. Put that out
I
there.
haven't played it.
Oh, it's amazing.
Do it still
That
Tetris 99?
yes, you can still play Tetris. Out of the 3 battle royales that we got, my favorite so far has been Pac-Man 99.
I haven't played it
I
yet,
find that the
actually.
What do
most
you
fun.
do?
You just play
It's just Pac-Man against 98 other people. It's as simple as that. There's a few random things, but like it's as simple as that, and it's so much fun. It's just Pac-Man.
Pac-Man Battle Royale.
It's just Pac-Man, and it's just so much fun.
Here comes Pac-Man.
I don't know what it is about that I love so much, but I just love playing Pac-Man 99.
It's
But
fun
then
game.
what I was talking about is Nintendo recently they re-uploaded their original Nintendo Switch Online video. They re-uploaded it and replaced something with Mario 35. Then they re-uploaded it again and they replaced it with Pac-Man 99 like a week later. Then they re-uploaded it again and replaced something else.
Bruh.
3 re-uploads
Oh,
of the
that's
same
new-
damn video from 2 years ago.
That's pretty lazy, I'm not gonna lie.
Which people didn't already like. Which people like already didn't like that video. And they
I
just
mean,
thought that they just
Nintendo
should
Switch
do it.
Online is such a flawed system.
Yeah, it's not good.
Nintendo Switch Online absolutely sucks.
Yeah, it does.
It's not good in the slightest, and I stand by that. Why were the servers better when you didn't have to pay for them?
Yeah, literally.
It doesn't make sense.
I get
server
disconnected
is
out
the
of
worst thing
Splatoon.
I've ever seen.
I
It's
get
so
disconnected out of Splatoon, but then back before I had to pay for it, it worked fine.
bad. I mean, it's always been kind of shitty, but like still.
It still worked better like before.
Yeah.
Mario Maker 2 is
I mean-
unexcusable.
I mean, they literally announced
Don't
like
get
a
me
few
started
months
on
ago that they were still running on like servers that were on like Windows freaking 99.
Yeah,
I
they've
know.
still been using the
Windows
servers from the
99.
Wii,
Ridiculous.
Bruh.
from the Wii days. Back in like
Oh.
back
No
when
wonder why
we popped out the womb.
Pretty good internet.
Don't even get me started on how bad it is to freaking play online on Animal Crossing. I don't know if it's just my Wi-Fi, but like it's so bad. I disconnect all the time.
I've never had problems with Animal Crossing Online. I've
Yeah.
only done it like 3 times, so I can't say much because it's been very
I remember
minimal because I don't
during the
really
beginning-
like Animal Crossing
during
Online.
the beginning
I
during the
mean-
beginning of like quarantine, I couldn't even connect with my friends. Like I couldn't even play. It was so bad.
In my
Wow.
opinion, Animal Crossing has terrible multiplayer. That the trailers make it look like multiplayer is like the most
Yeah.
fun thing you could do.
It's really boring. Like in New Leaf, it was so much fun because you had
New
Tortimer
Leaf was a
Island.
lot better. New Leaf was a lot better
Yeah,
when it
you
came
had,
to
you had
multiplayer.
Tortimer Island. That's it. You had Tortimer Island, and it was so fun. Like play like the little mini games with your friends. But now
You could
just
also,
walk around
if you
Tortimer
bought
Island.
stuff like the 3DS item, you could play those mini games multiplayer.
Oh yeah, I
think.
love those.
Oh really?
Yeah.
You could.
There was a
Huh.
few side modes I think you could play. I know some of them they were exclusive like single player, but I think there's a few where you could do multiplayer if I remember.
I never really got the DSs and Wii U's.
I got a
think
few
had
of those
one
items.
the DSs. I think I had one of the DSs, and it was like it was like the fruit like Tetris kind of game.
I
the
had
Colleen-
there was
yeah.
two I had 2 of those mini games. There was an RPG. It was like a
Ooh.
weird
Really?
like RPG thing. It was the weirdest game. And then I also
Really?
had the one you mentioned that you just mentioned. I had that one
Ah.
too.
Yeah.
I was really upset when like New Horizons came out and there's just none of those items. Cuz I found
Yeah.
those a lot of fun. I think it was like they were unnecessary. Don't get me wrong, completely unnecessary, not needed, but like I loved playing those.
Yeah.
Like maybe it's because I started playing New Leaf when the Welcome Amiibo update dropped like a month after it dropped. I joined Animal Crossing very late.
Yeah, you joined it very late.
So all the custom
I-
features, the updates, all that stuff that was already pushed out. Everything was out already. So
Yeah.
I started out with so much stuff. But
I
like
know New Leaf has always been really fun.
New
me.
Horizons, I started like day one. I pre-ordered. I started day one.
Yeah, I pre-ordered it too.
So
Like, it
maybe
was fun.
it's because my views are a bit skewed, but like I just have more consistent fun with New Leaf when I did
Yeah.
play it, just because it's like New Horizons. It's like it feels like it's lacking in stuff you can do,
Mhm.
because there's still a lot you can, but it
Like,
gets
I
monotonous.
guarantee it'll be like you said. Like people will like buy it like in a few years when like everything is out and they'll have fun. But like with us, we started when like there's literally nothing.
Yeah.
They didn't
I get
even
it.
have all of the holiday events out. That's
Yeah, they did that because of time skippers. I think.
I get that. Yeah, they did it because of
Yeah.
time travelers, and so
Yeah.
they put it in systematically, which is a very smart move on their part.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, when it comes to like New Leaf, because again, I can only talk about like 3 games. One of them's Pocket Camp, and
Yeah.
but
I really want them to bring the items in Pocket Camp to New Horizons. I really like them. Like,
I
there's so
really
many
love
items.
I really love when you connect it, you get just a slot machine in New Horizons. And
Yeah.
I know Terrence has been on my island. I don't think you've ever been on my island before, Zoe, have you?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, well, I have an entire casino area
Yo, that's cool.
with a
Isn't
wall.
it right as soon as you enter?
No, I moved it around. I moved it around.
Wow.
It's near all the houses now. But there's just like a row of like 8 of those. And I have more fun sitting there going back and forth trying to get all 3 like red bunny silhouettes, because that's the one you get 3 of.
Yeah.
Than a lot of other things in the game. And mind you, this is a feature you get only for connecting it to your mobile app. So,
I don't think I've bought any of the slot machines yet.
I have way too many.
I have a
I
singular
know
one.
I bought the I think I have like the campsite sign in front of my campsite. I think that's it.
They made I know for some reason, like after you like 5 months after they started the connectivity, you could get a phone case from it.
Oh
It's
yeah.
like, why did you add in the phone case so late after?
Yeah.
Especially since you can make customizable ones, and those are so much more fun.
Why do they add the Switch Lite item so late?
That was really weird. Yeah, I don't know why they
Yeah.
did that so late.
Like what? That's weird.
Tell me why the freaking Ring Con came out before the Switch Lite.
Yeah.
It came out like so
Sorry.
much earlier. So much sooner to Ring Fit like the release of it.
When did we get the Switch Lite in Animal Crossing?
Like a few months ago.
2 months, 3 months ago.
Yeah.
Wasn't the Ring Con the Christmas update?
Ring Con was Christmas, yeah.
Yeah.
And like Festival was like
Festival was
I
hype.
didn't
Festival was
Festival.
hype. I loved all the
Okay.
festival items.
I love all those items. They're really good.
I'll have to go back and play it. That's what I did for Halloween. I missed Halloween, and I'd have to go back and play it. Like around
Halloween was
Christmas
kind of
time.
boring in my opinion, because it's
I really
the
liked it.
pumpkins. The pumpkins were cool and all the items you can make, but those were also
Yeah.
like the Halloween items. So it was kind of boring once Halloween came, because it's like the only thing you can
Yeah.
get from Halloween is now the items for Jack, the hat and the robe, and that's it.
Yeah.
And you can get duplicates. I have like 5
Yeah,
versions of Jack's robe, so
I have
it's
so many of like the heads and the robes.
It would have been really cool if you customized his robe and stuff.
Yeah.
I can never complain about Animal Crossing customization, because that game you can do so much. You can make like the custom hats, shirts. They added it so you can make little like stands and they put your face through, which is
yeah.
amazing.
I still
The
have yet
umbrellas.
not to
Yeah,
do that.
dude, like like all of the outfits I wear are custom items. Like I barely wear any of like the actual items in the game except for like hats and stuff.
Like, I gotta hand it to them. They know how to make great customization, and then you can now all your DIY items. You can like for Halloween, you could turn anything into one of the pumpkin colors, and it's like the little
cool.
scarecrows each had different faces and they had different
Yeah.
personalities, and it's just those little touches. It's like they're so unnecessary, but my god, do I love it.
Yeah.
Because they could have just
I really
been
like-
texture changes, but they're not, and that's what I love about it.
I like
really
all the new Easter stuff they added for Easter.
Oh my god, yeah, I love the new Easter items. Like last year they were so like lame. I didn't like them.
They were all
Also,
just egg based.
Bunny Day was torture last year.
Oh, don't remind me. That week of Animal Crossing felt so long.
Oh my
It
god,
never
yeah.
ended.
That sucked so bad. It wasn't
Yeah.
even funny.
I remember sitting there. It was like, you're stuck at home because the quarantine was still getting like, that was like when it was getting really bad.
It was really bad.
Oh, everyone's stuck at home. You're playing Animal Crossing 9 to 5, like it's your 9 to 5 job.
Yeah.
And it's
Like,
just
dude,
eggs everywhere. You can't get
I
anything
remember-
but eggs.
When I got like my Nintendo's like Switch of the Year thing, like where it like showed like all my stats of the year, I checked like it like shows you like how much time you spent each month playing on your Switch. I had over 200 hours in April alone.
Oh my
was like,
god.
I think that's like the fastest like I've ever played a game before. Cause like I've had Splatoon 2 since like maybe like April 2018, and I have 640 hours on it like right now as we speak. I've had Animal Crossing since March of last year, the day it came out, and I have like 600 something hours. I already have like over 600 hours on it because I played it so much during quarantine. It was like the only thing I ever did.
I mean, there's a lot to do.
Yeah.
I will say it's probably Animal Crossing. The whole when New Horizons came out, it was such a good time for gaming because it's like, sure, all games were getting delayed, nothing's coming out, but then you had Doom, which I whatever to me, but Animal Crossing, and it's like you can live a life digitally, and it was a lot of fun. It helps you get through that beginning month that felt like a year in the quarantine.
Yeah.
But I will say there's two things that it did Animal Crossing New Horizons taught me. One, it was not meant to be played like that. Animal Crossing was not designed to be played like all day for weeks on end.
Yeah.
Because it didn't have the content.
It's fine at the beginning. But like
once you got established into the game, that's when it was like you really like you can't sit down and play this game too long.
Yeah. Like from like when it came out to like end of May maybe, I was burned out of it. Like I couldn't play it. Like I think I played it like 2 hours during the summer. Like when I could have played it, but I didn't.
I went on a long Animal Crossing break. Like I didn't play that game for like 4 months.
Yeah, I started playing. Like I stopped playing it like around June, like beginning of June maybe, and then I think I restarted it back in like September, October.
I started back playing Animal Crossing when the Mario items got announced.
Oh, dude, really? Damn, that's a while.
It was a long time. I replayed, like I started getting back into the game around Halloween, but then I started playing daily again when the Mario items got announced.
I started
and then
playing daily like around Halloween, like because I wanted to like decorate my island and stuff, but then I never even ended up playing Halloween.
yeah, I went to town on all the events, but like that's it. But I started playing daily when that was announced, and I was playing daily until like last week, because now I'm just kind of like in that part where it's like I'm kind of out of it again.
Yeah.
Fitting that we're doing it. I'm talking about Animal Crossing right as I'm getting out of it again.
Like I think I played once during like last summer, and that was during my birthday. That was it, which was the end of summer, pretty much. And then like I started like playing it like daily again, like in October, and then I stopped. and then I went back in like December because I wanted to deck out my whole island. And then I stopped again like right after New Year's with like all the new, because I wanted to like get all like the new items, and then I went back in like spring or something, probably like a month ago, and then I haven't played since.
Yeah. I always like Animal Crossing is one of those games because it's like I like playing games, but I don't like playing the same game constantly. So Animal Crossing is that one game that I always like remind myself, just go back to it, play like 10 minutes, just get everything, and then go on with your day.
Yeah.
Like if worst comes to worst. But I like going back to it just because of how much potential Animal Crossing has, because it's getting constant updates.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you look back at New Leaf and everything that game got, it's like New Horizons being such a big game that it is because it was just timed. Like, it came out when no one really knew what was going on. And I think
like,
that was all the better.
Yeah,
for the game at
like,
least.
People straight up bought Switches during quarantine just to play Animal Crossing.
Yeah, wasn't it? Well, I don't remember.
Really?
Wasn't it like it was on the news?
Yeah.
It was like one of
people,
the one of the big components, really like expensive components of the Switch, was out of stock, or like they ran out of like manufacturers to produce it.
With like everyone was buying Switches at the beginning of quarantine because everyone was playing Animal Crossing. Like, I remember TikTok after TikTok on my For You page that during that time, like, everyone was like, oh my god, look, I got a new Switch. Like, you know you're gonna, like, not want to play on that in, like, the next 5 months, you know?
Another reason I really love New Horizons has nothing to do with the game, but has to do with this one statement. This one, like, thing that was floating around for, like, 2 days.
Yeah.
Nintendo was like restructuring to do more mobile games, Mario Run, Mario Kart Tour, all this stuff.
Yeah.
They then did like an announcement. They're like, we're gonna like hold off. We realized that gaming consoles, all that's here to stay. Animal Crossing taught us that, and then they start putting their efforts in. Like they're putting more assets into that instead of mobile games. And I find that amazing because a lot of the mobile games they were producing were kind of ass. And I didn't really care for them.
I mean, I like Mario Run.
I mean, they still have huge updates in Pocket Camp. I don't really play it. I just see like stuff on Twitter, and they like add so much stuff into the game, like constantly.
Really?
Yeah.
But like my main issue with mobile games started when Mario Kart Tour came out, because the $40 Diddy Kong.
What?
The shitty the fake online that was going about, how like basically you are locked from progressing because you needed to get a certain amount of points and you could only do that with like the expensive characters. It was just the design philosophy really got to me and I really disliked it. I love the trailers for the game with the toads dying. Hate the actual game.
Like, I remember, like, when it first came out, like, literally everyone at my school was playing it. Like, we all wanted to play it with each other, and then we found out you had to, like, pay for online first or something. I don't know. And then we all stopped playing it. But, like, a few months ago, I actually re-downloaded it, and I played with some friends, like, online, because you can finally do multiplayer. But it was still pretty boring, because I'd missed out on so much stuff.
The Game Freak is going down the same route. I don't know if we talked about this during our Pokemon podcast, but Game Freak with all their mobile games and all the stuff with that. Love Pokemon Shuffle. The rest is kind of meh.
I mean,
I think we did talk about this, so I won't go into it, but
Pokemon Go is still pretty big, but I just remembered that Game Freak didn't make it, so.
Niantic, yeah, that was Niantic.
Yeah. Dude, so we're up to the freaking Pokemon Go era, like in 2016. Holy shit.
Oh my god. I just can't believe just how long ago that was.
Yeah, oh my god, holy shit. Yeah, that was during the 20th anniversary, and now it's the 25th.
I remember
Oh my
the
God.
20th anniversary because I remember going to the store and I would only buy
yeah.
Pokemon card packs that had
Yeah,
the classic
same.
sets.
And there was like a bunch of like the special like plushies and all that. I have 2 of them.
I remember the year of like legendaries and mythicals that they were doing. Those events were hype.
That was during the 20th anniversary.
I remember popping off so hard when I got that shiny Zygarde. Zygarde is my favorite legendary because of it. And I stand by that.
I got RC. Like when I got Pokken tournament for my birthday that year, it came with like a little card, and it was like a code to get Arceus and Oris or XY.
I was so upset because I've always been huge into Pokemon, but I didn't get a 3DS until like the 3DS the Switch was coming out. Like I got a 3DS stupidly late. The Switch was like already announced. Like that's how late it was.
Is that why you got into New Leaf so late?
Yeah, that's why I got into a lot of. I don't have that many 3DS games in all honesty, because I got my 3DS relatively late in its life cycle, and I didn't play that many games because of it. A lot of games I still want to play.
I got mine. I know I was in like 3rd grade. I know that.
By the time I got it, though, the year of Mythical was going on, and they were doing the Unova Mythicals, and I got all of those. But I remember being so upset because it hit me. It was like if I got my 3DS and my games ever so earlier, I could have had like Arceus or Darkrai, and I absolutely adore those guys.
That was in August, I believe.
I absolutely adore those Pokemon. I love Arceus, Darkrai. I love the Gen 4 Mythicals, and I couldn't get a single one of them because I was like a month or 2 late.
Darkrai is probably one of my favorite Mythicals. I had like a phase where I just like I was like obsessed with Darkrai. I don't know why. I just was.
Probably the movie.
You know why? Probably because of Poke Park.
Oh, Pokemon 2?
Yeah. Shout out to that.
I'm waiting on Poke Park 3.
Game.
Oh my god, I love
literally.
Pokemon
Oh my god.
so much.
Like, bro, if they can make a Pokemon Mystery Dungeon
remake, I love Mystery Dungeon.
Then they can make a Poke Park.
Yo, tell me why whenever we go off topic, it always goes back to Pokemon.
Oh my god, you're right. You're right.
Every podcast we've gone off topic always goes back to Pokemon. It never doesn't go to Pokemon.
I can talk about that shit for hours.
We all can. We ended up talking about it for what, like an hour and a half yesterday on text? Or was that the day before?
No, that was yesterday.
It was yesterday.
No, yeah, that was yesterday, no.
All right, try to go back on topic. Who's your favorite villager? Like, not
Raymond.
NPC,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh my god.
Do you want me to choke you?
The twink cat.
Terrence absolutely despises Raymond. I just wanted to bring him up because I put him in my thumbnail.
I have Raymond. I have Raymond on my island.
I already made my thumbnail for this video. I'm gonna add a few more assets, obviously, but I already made like the base and I put Raymond in it. So I wanted to bring him up somewhere so I could just leave him in.
My favorite is Sherb and Wart Jr. I love them. I also really like Meringue.
My favorite villager is Sprocket. He's a robotic bird.
I think I know who you're talking about.
I absolutely adore that guy.
I love Sherb and Wart Jr.
Terrence, you want to talk about Stinky for way too long?
Yo, Stinky, love that man.
Yeah, I'll let you rant about Stinky.
I have really nothing to say. I love him. I think he's cute in his little underwear mask.
Everyone I know despises Stinky. And I've heard this dude go
everyone
off.
I know despises Wart Jr. Like, I had a friend who literally hated Wart Jr. I'm like, what the hell?
Damn.
I don't know. I just have like a really like a nostalgic like connection with Wart Jr. Because he's been ever since City Folk, he's been in one of my towns. Like, he was in my town in City Folk, he was in my town in New Leaf, and now he's in my town in Island in New Horizons.
Chase, who's your favorite villager? You haven't done much talking because you can't say much about New Horizons.
I can't, but probably either Tangy or Pietro, like the clown sheep.
I have his amiibo card.
I wish.
I see Raymond. It's on site.
I I had Amy in my town, and then I think I gifted it. I think I gifted her to a Cooper,
Sad.
and then I think I got Goldie in her place. I really like Goldie.
You know,
think
we've all
Goldie's
talked
alright.
about the games we've played, but how about we talk about our first experiences? Because I already talked about how my first experience was, New Horizons, not New Horizons, New Leaf,
Leaf.
on 3DS, really late. But what about you
City
guys?
Folk.
Where'd you
City
guys
Folk.
start? How'd you get introduced to the franchise?
City Folk. My mom's friend had the disc for it, and then apparently she was having like a yard sale, and I don't know why I was like really into The Sims at the time. Like I didn't even have the game. I loved The Sims, and my mom thought that Animal Crossing was The Sims, so she bought it for me from my mom's friend. She thought it was The Sims.
Wow.
Damn.
And so I played it and I loved it. And then one day, my brother decided while I was in the shower, he was like probably like 3 or 4, so he couldn't read. So he decided he was going to put the Wii into Spanish. He was going to put the Wii into Spanish and then reset the game because he couldn't read anything.
He set
So
the
I had
Wii to Spanish and then deleted your save.
Yeah, and then I had to freaking restart the game.
Damn.
And then I like broke the game or something, so no, I couldn't play it anymore.
Your first experience with the franchise. Spanish Animal
Yeah.
Crossing.
Spanish Animal Crossing.
That's different.
Hola, says
What about you,
Tonga.
Chase? What was your first experience with the whole franchise?
Nothing special. It was just City Folk. But a funny story about that is, years ago, after I first got the game, I decided to give it away to GameStop so I could like trade it in for like points because you can get like points
Yeah.
from GameStop.
Yeah.
And so I traded it away, and then fast forward another couple of years, I wanted the game again for some reason because I don't know, I'm just like that. So I looked
Yeah.
on eBay or Amazon or something, and I got the game. And when I got the disc back, it was the exact same town. It was my same file. It was the same game that I traded.
Oh my
away to
god,
GameStop.
that's weird.
Bro,
Yeah.
what?
That's horrifying.
That's creepy.
Don't know how that happened, but yeah, nothing really special. But I do have that story that
Dude,
I wanted to share.
I remember I literally had no idea how to play the game in City Folk. Like, I didn't know how to renovate my house. Yeah, I literally had no idea what I was doing.
I was broke.
Yeah, me too. I kind of
Broke
just
life.
walked around, talked to the villagers. I remember when my first town, I moved in right next to Whitney. I moved right in next to Whitney.
Terrence, what about you? What's your first experience with the franchise?
I
5
got-
minutes leave.
I got New Leaf like the week it came out. I went to play on this. Like, this game was pretty cool, so I asked my mom to get it. I got it. I played it for 5 minutes at my grandmother's, and then I had other things to do, and I never played it again.
Damn.
Sounds about right.
You should really continue it. It's really fun.
I should. I'm probably gonna go back to a bunch of dead trees.
Dude, I just opened. Cooper wanted me to play it, but my brother's. I can't play it on my original DS because it's like broken. So I have to play on my brother's, and there's like a parental code on it. I can't freaking play online anymore because Cooper wanted me to play, and so I opened the game for like the first time in like 2 or 3 years, and my villagers were all screaming at me. They're
I'd
like,
love to see it.
wow, really responsible for you to leave for 2 or 3 years. I'm like, oh, damn, okay then.
They're
My
very
first
sassy
experience-
over
Yeah.
there.
My first experience with Animal Crossing as a whole was back in Smash 4. Okay, I started getting into Nintendo at Smash 4. I was like a big fan of Mario, Pokemon. I bought Brawl, and that introduced me to a ton of franchises. And I didn't know, but I still was kind of like, I still didn't really know much about Nintendo. And I got now I can tell you the whole history of Nintendo, back to front.
The whole lore.
Yeah, the lore to Nintendo.
I started getting to Nintendo when I was like probably like 7. Like I know I first played the Wii at like my mom's friend's house. And then that's kind of where it started.
Like for me, it started with I liked Mario, I liked Pokemon, The pink ball was
Yeah.
weird, but he looks cool, and that was like my childhood. Then I saw the not Sugar Conroy, but the Runaway guys. So he's still part of it. I always bring up Sugar Conroy in my Let's Plays, but
Yeah.
I saw the Runaway guys Let's Play Smash Bros, and I was losing it. It was like, this looks like the most hype shit I've ever seen, because they were playing for the story of
Yeah.
Brawl. I was like, you're telling me
Dude, like, the
Yoshi?
story mode in Brawl was really fun.
I loved Yoshi even as a kid. You're telling me Yoshi, Mario, the pink ball that's actually
Pikachu?
named Kirby, Link, and Pit, who
Pikachu?
I have no clue who he was, who Pit or Link were.
Yeah,
But-
I learned about most Nintendo characters through Smash Bros.
The same.
I knew like 2 of them, and then the rest I'm like, who are these people?
I remember
The hell-
seeing Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong. I was like, oh, DK rap. I know that one. DK! That's it. But that's what introduced me to the whole world of Nintendo. And then Smash 4 is when I got super into the whole like company and like all the games and whatnot.
Yeah.
And that's when I started like actually like buying older games and like playing them. But my first experience with it was the old Smash 4 website. I used to check that shit every weekend. At like the same time, I would check, make sure there's a new character. I remember when it first went up, it had Villager, Wii Fit, and Mega Man. I was losing. I was like, Mega Man? Holy shit, I love Mega Man. Wii Fit? I was like, you look weird, but I would definitely probably buy your game because it has the word Wii in it. And then I saw the Villager, and I was like, what is it? I remember the trailer. It showed the town with like Tom Nook.
Yeah.
It's like, what is this furry looking cartoon? What the hell? And then that's what got me. That's what like how I learned about Animal Crossing. And then from there, I watched Sugar Conroy Let's Play. Back to Sugar Conroy. Always back to Sugar Conroy. I watched his Let's Play of New Leaf, like half of it. That shit was so
Yeah.
long. I watched half of it, and then I bought New Leaf, and I had fun with it, and that's what got me into it.
I remember my first town in New Leaf. I had like no idea again what I was doing, and then I had found tarantulas. I remember I had found tarantulas at night one time, and I was like, "What the hell?" So I wanted to find more and actually catch them this time because I was literally so freaking scared of them when I first saw them because they were like full on like sprinting at me, and so my friend was like, "Oh, like set your game to the summer. You can find them easier." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So I set it to the summer. I couldn't find any of them. I'm like, "I can't find any." And he's like, "Oh, okay. How about you try resetting your town? Everything will be there, though." I'm like, "Okay." So I
Oh my god.
reset my
Jesus.
town. I reset my town. Everything was gone. Everything was gone. My ass was sobbing my eyes out on the bus. On the bus. I swear to God, I was so upset. Like everyone was like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "I just reset my Animal Crossing town."
Isabel's mad at me. Ah.
Dude, I was so mad at my friend. I swear to God.
I remember
Sunset.
like the first
But
night of
My
New
second
Horizons.
town ended up being really good. My second town is the one I still have, and it's a lot better. I actually learned how to do stuff, and I have like a lot of the items.
I remember the first night of New Horizons with the tarantulas, and I was like,
God.
I completely forgot about them from like my time playing New Leaf.
Yeah.
It's like, what the hell is that? I see it running at me, my heart sinks. I'm like, am I gonna die in an Animal Crossing game? What the hell is this shit? And I got attacked, and I was like, what the hell just happened? And then I remember I think I called Terrence or whatever. I was like, bro.
He
Yeah,
just
told
fucking
you I just got attacked by a spider.
Remember the tarantula farming? I never really got to do it, but
I did it
remember
once.
like,
I did it
really
once.
figuring out. Dude, I really miss the glitches when New Horizons first came out, where you could get like infinite items and then sell them for so much money. I remember I did that for.
I
hours
remember
straight
one day.
during the second glitch that came out. And
I
I
rem-
literally, me and my friend literally just farmed a bunch of TVs, and we got like 10 million bells.
It was towards the end of the school year, like because I
Yeah.
remember funny story. This doesn't have to do with the story I was about to say, but the last day we had a call of like our class. I was there.
Mm-hmm.
Red J from one of our previous podcasts was there too, but we sat and it was like us and a few other students, and we sat and we talked to our teacher for like half an hour about New Horizons. And I remember
my
there was a
science teacher
Discord server. I remember it was like, I think it was actually, it might have been Chase who went on. It was like, Alex is straight up trying to scam our teacher on Animal Crossing. I was like, I'm not scamming. I'm doing business.
Oh no, Caesar told me that.
That was Caesar who, okay, that was Caesar then.
My,
But it was the funniest
that one-
thing because everyone was like screaming at me. They're like, "Were you seriously trying to scam?" I was like, "No, I was talking business. There's a difference."
My chemistry teacher has New Horizons, and I always hear her and like some other student talking about it. I remember she was talking about it with some other student while I was playing it during class. It was during like Christmas time, because I remember they were talking about like the Snow Boys and stuff. No, and I was literally like, while they were talking about the Snow Boys, I was struggling my ass off trying to freaking build a perfect one, and I was losing my shit.
I just gave up.
Bro, I don't know what it was, but I was able to build a perfect snowboy for a month in a row.
Damn.
Not complete eyeballing it. I don't know what it is. I have terrible like coordination with shit, but I was able to eyeball it for a month straight, and I remember popping off because it got once it was like 5 days in a row. I was like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing, and then by the end of the month, once the month ended, I started messing up again. But like that entire month, I was going to town making snowboys. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm such a god.
Snow boys.
It was just really hype in my opinion. I never did the Christmas event because I didn't feel like popping like 50 balloons for all the different items.
I really like the Christmas event.
But I got all the ice items that you could get from Snowboys, but I didn't get all those like festive items from the balloons because
I got all the DIYs for like the Snow Boys.
that's one thing I absolutely despise about New Horizons. Like Bunny Day and Halloween, those events were great, but
Yeah.
I really dislike the winter event because it's just all get DIYs from balloons, those are all random. There's loot tables, all this. It's too much RNG in my opinion to be fun because there's 3 whole events, 3 separate sets of events going on, and it's just not fun and it's not good in my opinion. I really dislike that event.
I really liked the fall DIYs, like the trees bounty and the mushroom items are like some of my favorites of the game.
I remember Terrence was losing it when the mushroom items came out. Terrence was going to town.
I had like half the set because I won a Twitter giveaway.
The one thing Twitter's good for.
Yeah, but like the trees bounty arch is like my favorite arch in the game. I always have it like right at like the entrance of my town. It's like a bunch of like pine cones and stuff. It's really cute.
I will say, one thing I kind of dislike about New Horizons is that there's not really that many stores. It's more of a nitpick, but I really liked how New Leaf, there was a whole, there was an entire street of random buildings and whatnot. That was so cool in my opinion. And you can't even recreate that in New Horizons because you have a museum and 2 stores. That's it. There's nothing else.
And like City Folk had so many stores.
City Folk had a lot.
No, except for like Kick. Kick had a store in New Leaf, but all he did was shine your shoes in City Folk. I remember.
Why did they get rid of his store? My man got an upgrade, then got downgraded to a freaking like hobo.
Yeah, all he has is like an umbrella. That's it.
That's all he can afford now.
And you can't even visit him like daily. So, yeah.
Same goes for Leaf.
Yeah, and Labelle. Label. No, she goes by Label now. Never.
Yeah, she not only got her portion of the store removed, but she is now wandering hobo. Yeah.
She doesn't even have a store now.
She just gives you designer shit.
At least Leaf and Kick kind of have a store.
They're like wandering merchants.
Yeah. Sahara was kind of like always like that, like a wandering merchant.
Yeah. Same goes with like the turnips.
Dude, same with Harvey. All he has is like he has like an island, but you can't really do anything on it. Like he had like the whole campsite in New Leaf where you could like buy stuff, get like the amiibos, but like now it's just like a photo area.
I will say, all of the cool stuff about the Animal Crossing games, every single Animal Crossing game is flawed with the same issue, and that's grinding up money. If you play the game the way it's intended,
Yeah.
it's just so monotonous.
Dude, especially New Horizons.
New Horizons has it real bad.
Yeah. Like New Leaf, like I had so many like fruit trees, and I remember I would go to each of them every single day and harvest all the fruits, and I would get like probably like 50,000 bells from all of them. I got a lot of money. And
New Leaf was very easy at manipulating
Yeah.
the money.
Tortimer Island, I could literally just fish all the fish I wanted. I could swim, I could get all the marine life and sell that for even more money. And yeah. But yeah, New Horizons, when I first started and I didn't know anything about Nookazon, which is how I've gotten most of my money. Yeah, it was a struggle. It was a struggle.
Yikes.
That's my main issue with the whole game. It's so economy based.
Yeah.
It's a Nintendo game, so like the whole idea of like economy and like a kids game and shit, it's really wild. But
Tom Nook.
Tom Nook.
Give me your money.
Listen,
Talk.
they should start putting Animal Crossing in the school system, because that's how you teach kids about corrupt government.
Oh my god, literally.
Tom Nook is the greediest character. He makes Mr. Krabs look like a freaking saint.
Yeah, literally.
Tom Nook is a greedy ass raccoon. I stand by that.
Actually,
At least
Same.
He's a bandit.
I remember in New Leaf, I literally had no idea how to get the freaking like the paintings in my museum, because I like whenever Red came over, I didn't know the difference between the fake ones and the real ones. I didn't even know that was a thing. I just thought, yeah, buy these and you can sell them to the museum.
Back in New Leaf, he only appeared for me like twice, and both times I lucked out and got real ones.
Yeah, but every time I like bought one, it was always a fake one. I'd bring it to Blathers, and he's like, "This is fake," and I'm like, "Oh, okay then." So I just put them in my house, and yeah.
I stand by what we said like a few podcasts ago. Terrence was going off about some stories, and like the second one, about how lucky I am, and I stand by that, because I got so many of those stories when it comes to New Leaf and New Horizons, where it's like so-and-so thing happened, and I lucked out, and nothing bad happened in turn.
really.
I remember I had New Leaf for like a really long time. Like it was like one of the first games I got. I remember the first two games I got were Pokemon X and New Leaf when I first got my 3DS. I had them for so long, and I never like fully completed the game. Like I still have the TIY store. Like I don't have like the full Timmy and Tommy store in New Leaf, and I don't have like a bunch of the stuff. I don't have the police station, the reset center. Like I don't have any of that.
Bro, I remember it was like one of the last times I played New Leaf, like before I like dropped my entire 3DS, because I was just like Switch. But I remember Timmy and Tommy, they're like, "We're getting an upgrade." I was like, "What do you mean you're getting an upgrade? The hell is an upgrade? This is what?" And then I remember I go like the next day, and it's like, "We're going for construction." It's like, what is going on? And then the next day there's this Gucci new store, and it's like, what?
Pretty good.
I still love all those old school.
I liked Harriet, but I'm kind of glad they got rid of her, and you can just use the mirror now. Cause like you could only change your hair once a day.
That was real annoying. That was real annoying.
You unless you looked up like a guide online to see what hair you got, you had no idea what you were getting. You had no clue what you were getting, and then you had to pay like $4,000 for it.
Pretty expensive.
It was annoying.
Money.
Another story about my luck. I remember I remember seeing a hairstyle I liked like online once, but I had no clue what the cut was. So I randomly picked one, and I got that haircut the first try.
So, I remember there was only one hair I like knew how to get, and it was like the shortest haircut for girls. So like that was the only one I ever used. And I remember my outfit was like I had like bright blue hair. When I finally found out how to get QR codes, I had a Charmander hoodie, and I had jeans and the basketball shoes. I looked fly.
The day I go on Animal Crossing, I go to like Terrence's Island, I see him wearing like custom made drip. I'm gonna scream. That's something he would do. That's something he will do.
Old Saint Drip Animal Crossing?
No, please.
Oh my god, I can put him in my thumbnail now.
Dude.
I'm gonna put Old Saint Drip somewhere in there. For those who don't know, Old Saint Drip. Okay, this needs a lot of back like context.
Yeah.
So, I've explained before how some of us in this group we go to a school where it's a bit half and half, where it's a shop which is a field and then academics. Chase is in the same field as I am, so we go in together now.
Dude, I don't even think I know the backstory.
When we were there, I was looking at Chase and I was like, hey, look at your summer bod. And it was a photo of Dwayne Johnson from Baywatch when he was wearing like swim trunks. And we just had this bit going for a while. And then randomly, when I was looking at Dwayne Johnson images, I found an image of him tying his shoes in like a Santa outfit. And my first thought was it's a close-up like the Among Us strip meme.
Yeah.
And then I posted it in our group chat while we were all on VC together. And then my brain turned off and I was like, guys, look, it's Old Saint Drip. Like without thinking, like it just came out of my mouth. And ever since it was for a while, for like a month, he was the icon for our Discord server.
Icon.
Yeah, he's an emoji on the server and I repost him like once a week. And it's just Old Saint Drip. And it's the funniest shit to me, and I don't know why. It's just Dwayne Johnson.
I didn't know you meant the Among Us strip. I thought you meant like the one with like Goku with like the Supreme.
Oh
no, you know, no, I was, because the thing is like the Among Us strip, the angle is like, some of them, it's like a close-up angle, and it's like the shoes like looking up, and I saw that, and I was like, if I overlay that with this image, it's gonna look like the Among Us strip meme, and I can't unsee it.
Yeah.
So that's where Old Saint Drip came from.
Old Saint Drip.
Old Saint Drip.
I know the lore now.
The lore of Old Saint Drip.
The lore of Old Saint Drip.
I need the Grubhub lore. Chase, don't you just love the Grubhub lore? How it's actually a continuation of Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius?
No. Oh.
Chase loves that lore.
Matt has just run out of ideas at this point.
Matt Pat's going insane, and I respect him.
Yeah, dude, I swear. I think it was the too many FNAF theories.
He marks Burger King French fries as a business expense now. I respect the man.
What?
He made a joke about that in one of his videos. How it's like, now that I have a food channel, he made a joke about it. I doubt he actually does, but it's like since he now owns Food Fair Theory and he has to buy a ton of food related stuff, he technically, like by law, he can mark those expenses of him buying like Burger King, McDonald's, all that shit as a business expense, technically, sort of, kind of. So that he made a joke about that once, and I find that hilarious to me.
My first MatPat video, I think, was the Mario's Evil one. I remember my cousin showed it to me when I went to go visit them in Florida, and I think that's when my downfall started.
Your downfall?
Have you guys ever seen, the classic image they use of MatPat where he has like his hand to his chin? You ever see the actual photo of it?
No.
It's dude, the actual photo that was taken of him doing that pose, it's the funniest thing because it looks so out of place. It doesn't look like it's a real image.
Oh, isn't it a picture of like him and his friends or something?
Yeah. And he's doing that pose. It's like, that's a real image. I thought that was like edited.
I have seen it.
It's so funny. Oh my god, it's so funny.
My first videos were the Mario is Evil, the 2-part Rosalina one, and then I think the Sonic is like slow.
I forgot what my first video was, but I just remember one day just binge watching it and then subscribing. That's all I remember.
Yeah, I remember like, and then like I didn't watch him for like another like 3 years probably, and then I went back to him and I freaking binge.
I remember
watched, like,
I started
all
watching
the
him.
videos.
I started watching him before he did FNAF. I know that much because I remember I got really into his FNAF content. Then I remember GT Live,
Yeah.
Film Theory, Food Theory. I was there for all of it, bro. I was there for all of it.
Oh my god, I remember in I think it was 8th grade, like we had this like thing at our school. It was called Flex. I don't really know what the purpose of it was, but it was like an extra period and it changed like every quarter to like one of like your main course classes. And when I had science Flex, we watched a fucking film theory video and we had to make a thesis about it.
You had to write a thesis about it?
Yeah, we write like a whole paper about it. It was
That's
so
hilarious.
Wow.
That
I
is
remember
hilarious.
It was the Moana one. Like, is she a demigod or something? It was so funny. I was like, oh, why are we watching that?
Oh my
Oh
god.
god, I miss that teacher so much. He was like my 7th grade science teacher, and I loved him. So I like literally requested to have him the next year because he had one 8th grade class, and then he freaking dipped out of nowhere. He literally just left the school. No, not telling anyone. He just left, and I was like, what the hell? And we had this shitty ass sub for the rest, like half the year. I hated her so much.
Damn. Okay.
Bro, I remember I had this one teacher in like one of my like classes in like 6th grade, and he was like the most hyped dude. Me and him were so chill, and I remember he had a class for the following year. So I told him, I was like, hey, I know I don't really need this class anymore, but like mark me for your class next year. But I guess over the summer he got an upgrade, so instead of doing that, he was like a full-time like English teacher or whatever. And it's like understandable, you know, you want to pursue your career, but like what the hell?
Yeah.
So I was stuck with that class for like half the year, and then I got put into another class that was absolutely god awful.
Yeah.
Anyway, that is all the time we actually have. We passed the hour mark a while ago.
Damn.
Yeah, I was gonna say something, but
We went so off track.
go on.
Like, last
I'm-
podcast, we were on track all the time.
I want
This time,
everyone to
no.
know, before this podcast started, we sat and I talked to everyone about how I don't think we can milk Animal Crossing, so we're gonna have to go off topic, and we did anyway.
Dude,
So hey,
I wasn't even here. I woke up literally as soon as it started.
respect.
Punctual.
Oh my god.
Well, I want to thank you all for joining. Chase, your grand return to the podcast. It's been a while.
Haha.
Terrence, you're here like always. And Zoe, you didn't go on break like everyone else where they left the podcast and came back afterwards. So
No.
thank you for not running off and probably reporting me to the police. It's fine. So to all the viewers, thank you so much for watching this far. Please remember to share this video, subscribe, and we will see you all next time.